Hello. How you going? That was a bit of an effort to get on. It's Tennille, your Cloth Nappy Doctor. I had to log in about 7 times. Facebook doing its weird thing. Anyway, how you doing? It's a Wednesday night. We have our April AMA. I did write March AMA because obviously I'm still in denial about it being April. But tonight, there's no dressing up tonight because I haven't received my new prints from Bummis yet. And I was looking forward to wearing my superhero outfit. But that's okay. I'll get to do it again, hopefully in a couple of weeks or so. We're preparing for the Baby Beehinds print reveal in the Cloth Nappy Doctor Chats group in a couple of weeks. There's a bit of making. There's a few boxes involved. There's a bit of elf foil involved as well. So, yeah, stuff's been arriving, so it's going to be a bit of fun. So come join us for an exclusive print release in the group. I think it's the 26th of April. So come join us. Hello, is she there? Say hello. Having a little natter for a couple of minutes until everyone comes on. So we're trying a nighttime one just to see if it works better for you, if it works for me. If not, we'll keep going with the lunchtime ones. So we're doing the AMA. I'm going to do all-in-one cloth nappies. So we'll go through the ones that we have at Apicali. We'll talk about what's great about an all-in-one, what's not so beneficial about an all-in-one. Hello, I see a love heart. I haven't seen that before. That's very nice. Say hello. Tell me, what's your beverage of choice tonight? Mine's a very boring bottle of water. I had a night last night. Our car has got 2 flat tyres, so it's not very usable at the moment. And it's the wheelchair car too, so that's a problem. So we're going to look at all-in-one cloth nappies. What is an all-in-one? What's great? Why wouldn't you want them as part of your stash? There you go. And we'll have a little bit of a chat about Nappy Rash cream, or Nappy Rash, what causes it, what you can do, when to panic, when not to panic, and some of the experience I've had. Hello, Amy, how are you? Just finished Room on the Broom. What is Room on the Broom? No idea. Oh, Kylie, I do have Baileys. I'm into making my own spirits at the moment because it's something I can do. And I've been quite busy. I made some Baileys the other day. It's very good. It's very good. Yes. Alrighty, so all-in-one cloth nappies. What should we start with? I'm going to start with all-in-one cloth nappies are basically the absorbency is attached to the shell. And the best example of an all-in-one is your Grovia. These are back. The stock came in yesterday and I've been busy uploading the Grovia prints and everything today. So your all-in-one means the absorbency is attached to the shell. That's all it means. It means all your absorbency is in the shell. And with the old style all-in-ones, it was all sewn. And I remember these, and this is showing my age or my long time of using cloth nappies. I remember when an all-in-one was all sewn in, and this was 12 years ago. It was all sewn in and took forever to dry. Ever. It would be days and days of drying. Hi, Amy. Had a sip of an open bottle of white, but decided it was too far gone. Oh, it was vinegar, was it? I hate when that happens to wine. I've got to keep ours in the fridge, or the reds in Brisbane. Oh, Melbourne's all right. So an all-in-one, absorbency is attached to the shell. Now, your all-in-ones are your pinnacle, absolute pinnacle of convenience. So if you're starting out with cloth nappies, or you've got a stash of all in twos or pockets, and you just go, I'm over the stuffing and the snapping, check out some all-in-ones and add them to your stash. So this is, so I'll just show you each of the nappies. They're great because, you know, snapping. Now, Grovia AIO, you do get an extra booster. All right. So in the old, I was nattering away about the olden days, about 12 years ago. So the olden days, everything was sewn in, took forever to dry. Over time, cloth nappy companies and brands and WAMs actually looked at it. How can we make these things dry faster? So sometimes you'll actually find these can dry faster than your all in twos, because they've got, you can call these flaps. I've been calling them tongues. I don't know why. They remind me of a tongue, maybe because of non-stopping talking toddlers. All right, they've separated it out, and as I show you each of the brands, you'll see how they've made it so they dry faster. So the Grovia all-in-one is an organic cotton. They're owned in the US, made in China, but very, very high quality. Now, we love these because you can customize your absorbency. There's that word again, that phrase. So if you've got a boy, you can fold that towards the front and have more absorbency towards the front. You can add some boosting. It's awesome. All right, if you're newborn stage, from about 4 kilos, roughly, most one size nappies from about 4 kilos. Okay, you don't need that second booster. You don't need it. So take it out until Bub gets a bit older and is weeing a little bit more. And now Grovia is a side snapping nappy. All right, it's just another way to snap on a nappy. Some people love them for chunky thighed bubs. Some people love them for thin bubs. I honestly don't see any preference generally for side snapping, front snapping. All right, try it out on your kid. So there's your newborn, nice and small. Remember, 2 fingers up, not down. 2 fingers up when you snap it up. Now with the Grovia all-in-ones, what's great about these is you can use these as pull-up pants when it gets to toilet training stage. Did you know that? So all unsnapped, you probably have all the boosting. So you could even use them as pull-up pants for nighttime. So these panels are stretchy. So it's the same sort of panels on their, like their, oh, it's dropped off. They're training pants. They've got a special name, but it's dropped off. Okay, so they're stretchy, so you can use them. Now it's a bit like ladies' lace undies. All right, the elastic's at the back, so pull them up over the bum and then slide them up over the front. Don't be trying to pull too hard here because they will unsnap. Although I'm pulling quite hard. So you can use them as pull-up pants. So they've got another life in them when your bub gets older, which is really great. So that's your Grovia all-in-one. One size, side snapping, and organic cotton. Alrighty. If you've got any questions, pop them up. Pop them up. You can order, this one we love, is really popular in Canada. And we've had the new Pure moving off the shelves. So Bummis updated their all-in-one. It's gone through a few evolutions in the past couple of years since we've had them. So this one, so it was an organic cotton, but now it was an organic cotton and you had a choice of stay dry or organic cotton for the insert. They've kept the same design of the shell, but now they've made all the inner, which is the athletic wicking jersey, which you get, my Abigail's talking, which you can get in the funky fluff, is now on the Bummis. Now Bummis is made in Canada, so they import this from North America, I believe, their materials, and which means this is great for if you have an issue with stains. You're not going to see the stains, and less likely with stains. But Bummis have got the pocket. So that means you can stuff it. They use a cotton terry and bamboo for their absorbency. So they're much more absorbent than the older version, which is only a year old. So they've added more absorbency with the bamboo. And you can choose between your bamboo organic cotton to go on top. So if you want that natural material, you've still got that choice, which I really love. Or if you want the stay dry, you can put it in the pocket. Now, a lot of all-in-ones are coming out with pockets, which I think is great, because it means you can stuff it with boosters, and the boosters will stay in place much better. On the Grovia, sometimes if you place the booster underneath the tongue, so that's why this snaps in underneath, putting your booster underneath can help keep it in place if you have a bit of a wiggler. So pop it underneath, not on top, can help. Now if you want to stay dry in here, just add a fleece liner, easy. Or if you're not worried about liners, you can just use your AWJ. It's a one size, again. So if you find with your newborn size, what you can do, I'll snap it down, is place the absorbency towards the back on a newborn. Which you'll put, just give them a bit of a nice tush, but it takes out the, all the bulk at the front. So on this one, if you want to take the bulk out of the front, you can fold this under and put that on your newborn, okay, if the flap is like that. If on the Bummies, that's not possible because the flap is at the front. But with the flap at the front, you can actually fold it over for your boys. For your boys or your front sleepers. So Bubs now sleep on their tummies. No, they don't. They sleep on their fronts. How's that? That changed a bit. Or if you have a front sleeper when they get a bit older, sleeping on their tummy, you can actually put the insert, fold it over in front, in the pocket. You got more absorbency on the front, which is really, really handy. Where you going, sweetheart? So, I love these ones. Okay, so there's your newborn stage. And remember, I love the binding on these. So, okay, and that's with all the absorbency at the front. So if you've got a little boy and you put the absorbency at the front, you get a little bit longer out of the nappy because all the absorbency is there. Okay, so as you can see, the all-in-ones are all about, the absorbency is all in the nappy for a daytime. It's all attached. Just make sure you pull the inserts out when you wash them, okay? If you leave the inserts in there, they're not going to get all that water and agitation and detergent and everything. Pull them out so they're like that in your dry pail. Same with your Grovias. Easy. Love it. Alrighty. What else can I tell you? Pop your questions up. Alright, so you can also get sized all-in-ones, and a sized all-in-one is really fabulous for, oh, hey Burton, no, we haven't talked about nappy rashes yet. We will though. Sized all-in-ones are really great for daycare or grandparents, or if you don't want to worry about this whole snap down, snap up. Now remember, when you have sized options, so this is the Baby Beehinds, this is their small, this is their extra, extra large. So I use these ones. I've used these long ago, but I've used these ones right now with Abigail. You need lots and lots of these little ones, but you only need a few of these. So Abigail only has 6 of these. So when Bub's over 18 months, 2 years, you don't need as many. You might need about 6 to 8, about that. But you need lots of these ones because you're going to be changing a lot more often. Hey Louise, what does Louise say? I'm struggling with nighttime for a little boy. Is there a super duper thirsty fabric out there that is sold as a separate booster? I've tried a few different fabrics. Some are too thick and just make the nappy gape. Is there something thin but strong? Let me think about that, Louise, as a natter. So show off this one. If you can let me know what nappy you're trying to put it into, that would be helpful, Louise. Let me know if you try and put it into just a normal all-in-one or a fitted. That would help me, and what you've used. Alright, so the Baby Beehinds, 2 years ago now, went through a new, because these were one of the guys that had the all-in-one all sewn in with lots of microfiber, and you got a bamboo booster, and they took forever to dry. took quite a while to dry. They changed the design, so you still get your extra little booster, which is great, and I'll show how that comes in. But now you still get your pocket, and this is the small nappy, and it's got plenty of room to stuff. So even if you've got big hands or Dad's got big hands, or if you can get Granddad to do it, awesome. But they now have layers and layers of bamboo. So this is a soft suede cloth on here, so that's your stay dry layer. Oh, now the dishwasher's gone. All right, and then it's got 3 layers of bamboo. So there's 6 layers in total there. That's a lot of absorbency, and they use a really trim but thirsty bamboo. All right, so if you've had their bamboo trifolds, fabulous. So you get those. You can choose to lay it like that, but it's not very pretty here. So I'm hoping one day they'll allow you to do that. All right, but it's good. So when you stuff it in the pocket, it's easy to stuff into the pocket. Really, really easy. Joe loves these. I know they are very, very, very well loved. All right, that's it. So then you've got your bamboo extra booster. You can decide you put that on top, or you can put it in the pocket. So if you find Bub for some reason doesn't like stay dry for some reason, whatever that might be, you can put it in the pocket. And there's still room for boosting in there, because Baby Beehinds, it has a slightly wider here, and you can see it here, there's still room to boost. So the one size nappies allow you to add a bit more boosting, because you're not trying to overstuff one size nappies. You get a bit, there's more opportunity to boost. So these are great for night nappies as well. If you just got an average wetter and you get the size of these, you can really stuff them. They're really fabulous. Alrighty. Now, if you're like me and you have a little one who's a little bit older and still in nappies, they still do an all-in-one. This is, they do in Velcro. These don't come in snap, they're just Velcro. They have, because older kids do a huge wee all at one go because they're older, like you and I, they still have the microfiber sewn in, which is really fabulous. This works really well for Abby, and you get the bamboo booster as well. Now, for our Abby, we do have to add more boosting to it, but again, we add another a pre-fold in here, one of the Bummis baby pre-folds. There's heaps of room to boost because of the way it's been designed, and that's my hand's right in there. It's great. It's really easy to stuff. And once again, you can put the booster on top or underneath. So that's your all-in-one. Really easy. So fabulous for school, fabulous for it takes the guesswork out because no one has to try and size up and down. Alrighty. You can still use them for daycare. You might just have to size it. Okay. Alright, Louise has been very productive. Generally, she says, so Louise is trying to get her nighttime system going. And pop your questions up. Super duper thirsty fabric. A few fabrics out there. Louise generally uses a one size with the original liner or booster underneath. I've tried a microfiber, terry toweling, I think a bamboo. Whatever the insert is that comes with, I think, all into Baby Bear, tried that. He's a machine. And when I lay little boy, he turns 2 next week. Not all of that little, oops, no, he's not little, he's turning 2. He can talk and do some of his own stuff. So, if Bub is out wedding and the Baby Bear all in 2, the inserts plus the A trifold booster say, and he's 2, I'm going to recommend moving up to a fitted nappy and cover, or looking at, I know it sounds really thing, is a sized option that you can boost more of. So one of the things with these one size option is once they get to that age, it's hard to boost. Okay, especially if Bub's doing big wheeze, you need to look at something you can boost more so, and you can do those in the sized options, or looking at a one sized fitted as long as it's got the rise and with the amount of boosting you're going to add. So I'm going to say there's nothing more you can add to this if you've tried your boosters and your trifold and another boost. It's usually shove in a trifold or maybe a rectangle of something. If you've done that and Bub's still out wetting it, you need to move up to the next stage. There's a couple of videos on YouTube talking about, on the YouTube channel for Cloth Nappy Doctor, talking about when do you move up. So you don't just go and buy that $50 nighttime fitted nappy. When do you need to move up to the next level? So you could have a look at the Baby Beehinds sized night nappies, or the dimple diapers by Bummis. That allows you to boost a lot as well. You probably only need just two of them, and he'll be close to outgrowing these soon, because he's going to start toilet training soon too. So you only need two. You don't need many. I think a lot of parents think when they come into buying more nappies they need 24. Might need two, depending on how often you're going to wash. If you're going to wash every day, just probably two. Otherwise you can look at buying 3 to allow you to wash every second day. All right, how does that sound, Louise? Does that sound, have I got what you've said right? Let me know. I know the baby bear. So if you're out wetting that, you're going to need a little bit more if you've stuffed the hell out of it. Alrighty. Okay, all-in-ones. So there you go. You can also get, most newborns are all-in-ones, and they're so cute. They're really cute. Too cute. They're so cute. Alrighty, so I'll show you, because, you know, you want to see. So there's that's your little Joey by Rumparooz. It's got its patent gusset. That's all right, Louise. Pop us an email, pop into the group, and we can put lots of suggestions up, and you can go from there, and we'll help guide you through a solution that would work for you. So I'm not just going to shove one thing at you. Just what do you want to do? A bulletproof solution is your fitteds and your wool covers. I know, they're really good. And with sheepish grins now, you don't even have to think about it. So there's your all-in-ones. I'm going to talk about Nappy Rash in a minute too. I think everyone's hanging out. Okay, and then you got the Grovia. I didn't get to putting these up today. I was too busy playing with them. That's their all-in-one. See? There's absorbency in here, there's micro fleece, and there's organic cotton on those. And they're so cute. Okay, alright. Alright, so they're all-in-ones. If you've got any questions, let me know. They're your height of convenience, and that's why you pay a little bit more for them. Made in, you know, they're great quality, just fantastic, bomb-proof, and that's what we like. Alright, and really trim. Because of the ingenuity of materials and everything, they're really trim, which I love. Alright, okay, Nappy Rash. Okay, a lot of parents, Nappy Rash, Nappy Rash, Nappy Rash. Pop your questions up as I natter, because I'm just going to natter. I've had a read of our blogs on the Cloth Nappy Doctor blog, so if you want more information, pop on there. Trudy's written a few, I've written a few. We've talked about preventative as well. So Nappy Rash comes about from a couple of reasons. Bub is weeing and pooing a lot, okay? And you might be changing all the time, but Bub's skin is reacting to that wee and poo. All right, maybe you've changed their diet, maybe they're teething, maybe they had something acidic, maybe they've started drinking a lot of juice, maybe, oh, who knows. So that's one, all right, or they've been sick and then their bum starts to get a bit red. It could be you left the nappy on accidentally. It's okay if you do that. It's fine. I did it the other day and gave Abby a slightly red bottom. You feel bad, but it's okay. That's all right. That's okay. You get your creams and you apply them. What else can we have? If Bub has a skin condition, you're going to want to see your doctor. If they're sensitive. If you've got sensitive skin, so something we've seen over the past nearly 6 years now, is if the parents have sensitive skin, Bub usually has sensitive skin as well and is a little bit sensitive. So, Nappy Rash. Usually it starts out looking a little bit red, and I've got to say a disclaimer here. If at any point you are worried about a Nappy Rash, you think it looks funny, it's broken skin, it's really, really red and sore, Bub is crying a lot, you got an infection, anything, you go see a doctor. Go see your GP. They can give you the creams, they can give you the advice related to your child's sore bottom. Okay, so anything I say here is based on personal experience. I am not a medical doctor. I have a doctorate in economics that has nothing to do with medical. I have a lot of experience with nappy rashes. So if at any point you're concerned, go see your GP. Don't even think about it. So let's talk about preventing nappy rash. Preventing nappy rash, change your child's bottom often, preferably when they wet it, is the best advice. Washing your nappies thoroughly. You could wash depending on your brands, and if you're gonna wash every 4 days, ensure you wash thoroughly. You get all that wee and poo out. You have lots of rinsing. You have a really good detergent. You agitate them. You get that water flowing through those nappies to remove all that wee and poo. Okay, so leaving bub in the nappy, washing the nappies, preventing bum time. There is nothing better than nudie time, rolling around on the mat with nudie time, letting the bum get some air. Fabulous stuff. Even if you can put some cream on and have some nudie time. If you can't do that, just use a flat or a pre-fold or a fitted and leave the cover off. That is your next best option if you can't get nudie time because it's too cold. Child won't say, so Abigail can't do nudie time, obviously, she's 12. So we do just a fitted nappy and let her do her thing and play around on the floor. So that's your other option, airflow, okay? Materials, look at your materials. So my boys would get two of my boys would get a rash from suede cloth, just from the rubbing, so they didn't like the polyester. They were fine with microfleece, but the suede cloth they didn't like. Some kids don't like the microfleece. Thankfully now what's coming into Australia is that athletic wicking jersey. We found a lot of parents have had great success because it's a lot softer on the bottom and doesn't cause that friction. So preventing. You can add creams as a preventative as well. So if you know you've got sensitive skin, and Bub might have sensitive skin, you can add just some gentle creams. Cloth Nappy Safe creams means you don't have to use a liner. It means it will wash out. Now, Cloth Nappy Safe creams mean that you just put a light covering on. So if you think of oil that's a little bit thicker, you just sort of put a little bit on. That's what it means by Cloth Nappy Safe. If you go and get a huge chunk and put it all over baby's bum and then put your nappy on, it might clog the fibres and might not come out of the wash, and you might just have to wash them a bit more. Now, can you use creams with cloth nappies? Yes, you can. All right, so this whole thing about it must be a Cloth Nappy Safe cream. You can't use cloth nappies if you've got to use your Benanthums, I think they're called, or pseudo creams, or your bacteria cream, Bactrim cream, all those. Yes, you can use your cloth nappies with any cream. All right, what you need is your liners. Okay, so you can use your disposable liners, are usually a good idea, and use 2 of them. So there's a nice barrier between your baby's bottom with the cream on it and the nappy, and those creams are not going to get into the fibres of the nappy. If you get the cream into the fibre of the nappy, you might just need to get a little bit of soap and work it in and get it out, and just might be a little bit of extra work. That's okay. That's right. Your nappies aren't ruined. You just need a barrier. You can use fleece liners. So we would use fleece liners for the boys, but we would use them maybe once or twice, depending how they went through the wash, and then chuck them out, depending on the cream. So if the cream was a very thick one, we would use that, and then we would end up ditching them. Okay, because we would chop up old blankets or old whatever. That's easy. Okay, so if Bub does have a red rash, all right, and you know it's not anything to be overly concerned with, but that little red patch isn't going, which we've got with Abigail at the moment, a rash generally should clear up within about a day if you're changing often. Make sure you change more often, try and get that air time. But at any time, if you're concerned, if that rash becomes all dotty and pimply, If it looks yellow and there's broken skin, don't even think about it. Get straight to your doctor. Get to your doctor and let them look at it and work out what needs to be done. Okay, I'm not the expert. So something that we would do with Abigail, who has very sensitive skin, is we would actually grab whatever the Nappy Safe cream was, something gentle, and we'd put an extra thicker layer on. All right, so there is a barrier between her bottom and the wee. That's what you're looking to do with your barrier creams, is getting that barrier between their bottom and the wee. It's not just to sort of cover the rash and get the rash disappearing, it's also to get that barrier between the wees. So if you see if you get a stay dry on your nappy, make sure there is pressure. So when they do wee, it goes through that stay dry layer. So like here. So make sure that is against their groin. Okay, because this is a fleece. Make sure it's against their groin and there's not big gaps sitting, because then the wee could sit there a little bit longer before it actually goes through, because the stay dry layers need pressure to get through. That's how it doesn't come back out, and that's why it's stay dry. Okay, you can put an extra thicker layer on, all right, in between each change, and be consistent with putting it on. Get yourself a routine. So these are pumpkin butt. You can get them in the tubes. The tubes are good just for generally putting on. If Bub does have a rash and it is sore, the tubes can hurt, because depending on if it's like a cold day, it can actually push it, and a bit of pressure, and it can hurt. If it's a hot day, it might be a bit melted and just slide on, so just be aware of that. So sometimes having the option of the little pots or the stick can help. Hey Button, my boy had a staph infection not long ago. Would that be related to cloth nappies at all? It was on all throughout his nappy area. I don't know, Button. I'll be honest, I don't know. I can't comment on that. I would make sure, staph infection, that would need steroids, I'm assuming. I'd make sure your nappies are really clean so it doesn't get spread. So your nappies have been through a very good wash, a good sanitize, and there is a group that shows you how to do that. Make sure that suggestion works with your brand. So maybe put it towards the brand if they're still in warranty, to make sure you don't put them out of warranty doing that, and make sure, yeah, I don't, good, I'm glad it's healed, and I hope Bub's all right now. I really do. It's horrible when they got a sore bum. It really is. It wouldn't be due to cloth nappies unless they're not cleaned properly. All right, because, you know, we're talking poo and wee, and they've got germs and ooky things in them. So, and I'm going to assume your nappies are nice and clean. Sometimes it can just be a little bit of poo got into a little bit of a broken skin for some reason. So I would have a chat to your doctor, but as long as your nappies are clean and sterilised, or sanitised, not sterilised, they're sanitised, you should be fine and keep going. Feel free to email us, Button, I don't mind at all, okay? Doctor gave you, as long as it's all cleared up and your nappies are sanitised, yeah, and Bub's all done, maybe look at a liner. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the nappies. We've used the nappies after vaccinations. My girl's not very well, so she gets some really interesting stuff. But we've always used our cloth nappies. We just make sure the nappies are clean, well washed, well rinsed, dry. Your nappies are dry. Don't put a wet nappy on Bub. Really basic stuff. But sometimes as a mum, when you're busy, you can sometimes miss this. So yeah, wouldn't be because of the cloth nappies. Nothing's ringing a bell there for me at all. No, I'm just making sure my head's going through everything. But no, all the boys have had something. So two of my boys had little blisters. It turned out they picked that up from school. Someone picked it up from school, which went to the next one. How it got transferred. Could have been in the bathtub, I think. Can't remember. But it wasn't the cloth nappies. We just made sure they had air time and we put a barrier cream on. There you go. Okay. Nappy rash. Has anyone got any more questions about nappy rash? So to help prevent your nappy rash, airtime. If you can't get airtime, you're without the PUL cover is good. My brain's just gone dead. See, this is the problem when I do them late at night. This is like midnight for me. You can use your creams. This is a bit of a preventative. Airtime. Washing your nappies really well. Changing. Don't leave bub in a nappy. That is the one. So if you've accidentally left bub in a wet nappy or a poo, or you go, I can smell something, but it's just not in that area, but I can smell something, and then you end up leaving them in a poo a little bit longer than you meant to because you knew there was a smell. I've done that many times. It's all right. Just put your cream on. Get onto the cream. Have your cream there, ready to go. It's really good. Alrighty. So, all-in-one cloth nappies. Fabulous. The pinnacle of convenience. Alright, so if you're looking at cloth nappies and you're going, I can't be bothered with that stuffing and snapping, all-in-one. Easy. All-in-ones with a pocket allow you to stuff the booster in here, which helps keep the booster in place and to ensure you can still get your stay dry layer. Yeah. There you go. Has anyone got any questions? What's happening? So to coincide with this, there is that competition to win one of 2 Bummies all-in-ones on the Apicali page. So the post should be just a little bit down underneath here. So you can win one of these. All instructions are on there, so go find that. What else is happening? We've got the new Baby Beehinds print release that's in the group. So if you want to see it, and if you want to win something, come join the group. And when Bummies finally send me their new prints, we're going to do some superhero stuff. Oh boy, I was looking forward to it today. I had all my bits ready, and James and I having a good laugh in the car about what I was going to wear. Yeah, but we'll do that when that arrives. That's all right. That lets me get on here and be silly next time. Alrighty. That's what's happening. Oh, for those who you know somebody or whatever, Super Undies is finally here. It is here. It has been about 4 months in the planning to get here because we don't just buy stuff. We get the good stuff. We bring in the good stuff. We talk to people and understand the product so we can bring it to you. So, Super Undies is here. So if you know someone who's looking for a pull-up pant for nighttime use, Louise, this might be an option for you. Might be an option. A pull-up pant that can go nighttime, hold up to about 400 mils. Yeah, maybe. Alrighty. Wonder Woman. I don't know, Louise, if I'll be Wonder Woman. I was going a little bit of the Batman, and then I thought Superman or Wonder Woman. I thought, how do you put the undies on the outside of my pants? So we're talking about what we're going to do there. Yeah, a bit of fun. I've got an eye mask. I don't know. I'm going to have a cape, though. I'm going to have a cape. I love capes. Alrighty. Okay, guys. Today's Wednesday. Have a beautiful night. Enjoy your night. Give your little bubs a kiss and a hug if they're not already in bed. Or if they are, give them a kiss while they're sleeping. They look so cute when they sleep. And I will talk to you soon. I might get on and do a Super Undies video for you and show you what they're all about, which will be good. Alrighty. Thank you. Have a lovely night. Good night. Bye.